There is a bottle sitting in your medicine cabinet right now that costs about $1, and the internet swears it can win you the war against mosquitoes this summer. Some of what you have heard about hydrogen peroxide and mosquitoes is absolutely true and genuinely useful. And some of it is flat out wrong, including a couple of tricks that can actually make your mosquito problem worse. So before you go spraying that brown bottle around your backyard, let us separate the hacks that work from the ones that will waste your time, because knowing the difference is what actually keeps the bites away. Grab your bottle of peroxide and let us get into it. Number 1. Scrub out standing water containers before you refill them. Here's the single most important thing to understand about mosquitoes. They don't come from your lawn or your bushes. They come from water. A female mosquito only needs a bottle cap's worth of standing water to lay a few hundred eggs, and those eggs can become biting adults in about a week to 10 days. This is where hydrogen peroxide earns its place in your mosquito arsenal, not as a magic spray, but as a cleaner. Bird baths, plant saucers, pet water bowls, kiddie pools, and the trays under your potted plants all develop a slimy biofilm where mosquitoes love to lay eggs and where larvae feed. When you dump that water out, scrub the container with a splash of 3% hydrogen peroxide and a little water. The peroxide breaks down the organic gunk and disinfects the surface. Then it breaks down harmlessly into water and oxygen, leaving no toxic residue for birds or your pets. Refill with fresh, clean water. Do this every few days for any container that holds water, and you've eliminated the nursery before a single mosquito can use it. That's not folklore. That's the foundation of how the professionals do it. Number 2, sanitize your bird bath without poisoning the birds. Let's talk about the bird bath specifically, because it's one of the most common mosquito breeding grounds in the average American yard, and most people are afraid to clean it properly because they don't want to hurt the birds. This is where hydrogen peroxide really shines. Unlike bleach, which leaves fumes and residue that can be dangerous to wildlife, hydrogen peroxide rinses clean and decomposes into nothing more than water and oxygen. Empty the basin, sprinkle in a little baking soda, add a splash of 3% peroxide, and scrub off the algae and grime with a stiff brush. Rinse it well and refill. The birds get a clean, safe drink, and you've wiped out any mosquito eggs that were sitting in there. Aim to do this twice a week during peak mosquito season. Birds, by the way, are some of your best natural mosquito predators, so keeping them around is a win on 2 fronts. Number 3, clean the pet bowls, kiddie pools, and forgotten buckets. Walk around your property, and you will be shocked at how many little reservoirs of water you've got. The dog's outdoor water dish, the kiddie pool drying in the corner, the wheelbarrow that caught last week's rain, the bucket by the shed, the saucers under the porch plants. Every one of these is a potential mosquito daycare. Tip them all out. Give the ones that hold drinking or play water a quick scrub with diluted hydrogen peroxide to kill off the slime and any eggs, and either store them upside down or empty them regularly. The peroxide matters here for the bowls and pools that animals and kids actually use, because it sanitizes without leaving a chemical taste or residue the way harsher cleaners would. The real mosquito win, though, is the habit. No standing water, no mosquitoes. Make the walk around a weekly ritual. Number 4, knock down fungus gnats in your houseplants. Here's a trick that genuinely works, and it solves a problem people constantly mistake for mosquitoes. Those tiny black flies hovering around your indoor plants, most of the time those are not mosquitoes at all. They are fungus gnats, and their larvae live in the damp top layer of your potting soil. Hydrogen peroxide is a legitimately effective, well-known fix for them. Mix 1 part 3% hydrogen peroxide with about 4 parts water, and use it to water your plants as you normally would. When the solution hits the soil, it fizzes and kills the gnat larvae on contact, then breaks down into water and oxygen that actually helps aerate the roots. It will not hurt a healthy plant, and it knocks out the larvae living in the soil. Let the top inch or two of soil dry out between waterings going forward. Since fungus gnats need constant moisture to breed, this one's a keeper. Just know you are solving a fungus gnat problem, not a true mosquito problem. Number 5. Clean a bug bite you've scratched raw. Now let's get to your skin, because this is where peroxide gets misunderstood in both directions. If you've scratched a mosquito bite until it's broken open and you're worried about infection, a one-time dab of hydrogen peroxide on that raw spot will clean out the wound and kill surface bacteria. That's a reasonable, traditional first aid use, and it's fine to do once. But here's the part most videos won't tell you. Doctors and wound care specialists no longer recommend hydrogen peroxide for ongoing wound care. The same fizzing action that kills bacteria also damages the healthy new skin cells your body is trying to grow, which can actually slow healing if you keep applying it. For a scratched open bite, the better routine after that initial clean is plain soap and water, then an antibiotic ointment and a bandage. So, a one-time clean, yes. A daily peroxide habit on an open bite, no. Number 6, soothe the itch with honest expectations. You've probably seen the claim floating around that dabbing hydrogen peroxide on a fresh mosquito bite stops the itch within minutes. A lot of people swear by it. Here is the honest truth. This is folk wisdom, not proven science. There is no real research showing peroxide relieves itch, and the people who report relief may simply be feeling the cool, slightly stinging sensation that distracts from the itch for a moment. If you want to try it on intact skin, it is unlikely to hurt you, but do not expect a miracle, and do not keep dousing the same spot. What actually has evidence behind it for an itchy bite is almost boringly simple. A cold compress or ice numbs the area and brings down swelling. An over-the-counter hydrocortisone cream or an antihistamine tablet calms the histamine reaction that causes the itch in the first place. And surprisingly, brief application of heat, a washcloth run under hot but not scalding tap water, stops many people's itching for hours by overwhelming the itch nerves. Those are the ones worth reaching for first. Number 7. Don't fall for the spray your patio to repel mosquitoes. Hack. This is the big one because it is all over the internet right now. The claim that misting a diluted hydrogen peroxide solution around your patio and furniture will repel mosquitoes because they supposedly hate the smell. I want to be straight with you because spraying the wrong thing gives you a false sense of safety. The websites pushing this hack openly admit there is no scientific evidence behind it. It is purely anecdotal, and actual laboratory research points the other way. When scientists studied how the mosquito that spreads dengue and Zika responds to hydrogen peroxide in water, the mosquitoes laid their eggs in it anyway. Short bursts of stronger peroxide actually increased the number of eggs that hatched. So a peroxide patio spray is, at best, doing nothing, and you would be relying on it instead of methods that genuinely protect you. Save your peroxide for the cleaning jobs in this video and protect your patio the way that actually works. We will get to those methods in a minute. Number 8. Never pour peroxide into standing water to kill the larvae. This is the trick I most want to warn you away from because it sounds clever and it can backfire badly. The idea going around is that if you've got a pond, a rain barrel, or a low spot that always holds water full of wriggling larvae, you can just pour in hydrogen peroxide to wipe them out. It's true that peroxide can kill some larvae, but here's the problem researchers have documented. The larvae that survive the exposure can grow into adults that are dramatically more resistant to the real insecticides used in public health mosquito control. In one study, up to 8 times more resistant. In plain English, you'd be running a backyard science experiment that breeds tougher mosquitoes. That's the opposite of what you want, and it's a real concern given that mosquitoes spread serious diseases. If you've got standing water you genuinely can't drain, such as a pond, a rain barrel, or a perpetually soggy ditch, use the right tool instead. We'll cover it next. Number 9. Use BTI dunks for water you can't drain. So what do you do about that rain barrel, ornamental pond, or chronic wet spot that you can't just tip over? The answer the experts reach for is BTI, which stands for Bacillus thuringiensis israelensis. It's a naturally occurring soil bacterium sold cheaply at any hardware store as little floating mosquito dunks or granular bits. You just drop one in the water. Here's why it's brilliant. BTI produces a protein that is lethal to mosquito and fungus gnat larvae specifically, but is recognized as safe for people, pets, fish, birds, and beneficial insects when used as directed. One dunk treats a good volume of water and keeps working for about a month. It targets the larvae exactly where they live, without breeding resistance the way a clumsy peroxide pour does, and without harming the wildlife you actually want around. For any water you can't eliminate, this is the move. Number 10. Keep a box fan running on the patio. This trick has nothing to do with hydrogen peroxide, but it's one of the most reliable, evidence-backed things you can do. And your peroxide bottle even helps you maintain it. Mosquitoes are famously weak flyers. A simple oscillating fan or box fan creates enough of a breeze that mosquitoes physically struggle to fly through it and land on you. As a bonus, the moving air scatters the carbon dioxide and body heat plumes that mosquitoes use to home in on their next meal, so they can't find you as easily. Set a fan blowing across your seating area and you'll notice the difference immediately. It's cheap, it's quiet, and it works. And when the blades and grill get coated in grime and pollen, a cloth with a little hydrogen peroxide cleans the plastic right up, so your fan keeps moving the AIR it's supposed to. Number 11. Clean your window screens and gutters. Then, protect your skin. Two of the most overlooked mosquito sources in any home are clogged gutters and torn or grimy window screens. And your peroxide bottle plays a supporting role in both. Clogged gutters hold standing water and decomposing leaf sludge, which is a 5-star mosquito breeding resort running the length of your roof line. Clear them out and wipe down the mildew and grime with a peroxide solution so the water flows freely instead of pooling. While you are at it, check your window and door screens for tears and gaps, and clean off the built-up dust and pollen with a peroxide-dampened cloth so air flows and bugs stay out. Intact, clean screens are your first line of defense for keeping mosquitoes outside where they belong. And for the protection that matters most, your own skin, skip the do-it-yourself sprays entirely and reach for a repellent that has actually been tested and registered for the job. Products with DEET, picaridin, or oil of lemon eucalyptus. These are the ingredients proven to keep mosquitoes off you for hours, which is what really counts when you are trying to enjoy a summer evening outside. So here's the bottom line. Hydrogen peroxide is a genuinely useful weapon against mosquitoes, just not in the way most videos tell you. Its real power is in cleaning out the standing water and the containers where mosquitoes breed, knocking out fungus gnats in your plants, and keeping your gear clean. It is not a repellent spray, and it is not something to pour into standing water. Pair the cleaning with the things that truly work, eliminating standing water, BTI dunks, a good fan, solid screens, and a tested repellent, and you'll spend a whole lot less of your summer scratching. If this helped you see through the hype and actually fight back against the bites, give it a like and share it with a friend who is getting eaten alive every summer. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching and enjoy a bite-free summer.